Um, okay. Should be good. All right, we're back again. Got fully set up. Now it's why you shouldn't resist prawn, right? Why you should. I don't know like what exactly he's gonna be getting at. I'm trying to think. I just trying to think beforehand to see if I can see like why you shouldn't resist. Is it because it's like bad for you to not get like what you want, and that somehow messes up something in your brain, which then makes you less productive? You should just get it, or maybe you should use it as some type of carrot to like push you towards something. But we're gonna see in the video.
Today, we're going to talk about why resisting pornography is a bad idea. So pornography is running rampant through our society right now. People are getting more addicted to pornography than they've ever been before. And there are a lot of good neuroscientific reasons for this. Pornography is getting more visual. We have VR pornography, higher resolution pornography. Everything is getting brighter, bouncier, jigglier, right? And then we
That's true. He's talking about the jiggle physics. Yeah, everything's getting more. I would say like everything's just more obviously accessible, especially with the everything's in the palm of your hand, and then technology, because you're coupling that with technology getting cheaper at the same time as everything's becoming more accessible, and then there's more varieties and more different types. That's all accessible. You can find whatever you like, and then go down into the rabbit hole, and there's gonna be a rabbit hole. So that's what it's just a problem. I don't even know if that's like a problem, because when you're talking on the reverse of just accessibility, right? When it's accessible to what? Is it technology just increases the accessibility and then the cheapness of getting that technology. It allows everyday people to access stuff they wouldn't be able to access otherwise. So if you go into like really, really poor countries and they can't get cell phones or don't have cell phones, then they most likely don't have nice TVs or anything set up or like that. So their capability or accessibility to this type of media is cut off, but they're also cut off from freaking everything else that could benefit their lives. Not saying like that. Not saying that prawn could like benefit your life, but maybe it does to some people. Controls their urges, helps controls their urges or whatever. But they also limits their ability to get like educational stuff too. Is my thing. I take it, or just typical standard entertainment as well.
also have this whole parasocial angle, which has never existed before. In the past, when you were looking at pornography, like when I was growing up, there were things like magazines. And they don't even move, which is one thing, but they certainly don't interact with you, right? And now what we have is things like OnlyFans or other platforms where you can interact with a pornographic content creator and you can form a relationship with them. And this can all become very addicting. But there's one thing that we're actually...
I don't even think like that's like the addicting part, right? That's not like actually the addicting part. I think it's what is it? What is it? And then the definition of addiction. I think it's just like it's filling a need. Because the people that are the dudes that are like extremely lonely, or it could be girls, the girls that are extremely lonely, go onto the apps, or you go into OnlyFans or whatever, and they have no other interaction, so they pay to have a supposed interaction, and that's what that maybe is what they're addicted to. It's just not addicted to, but fulfilling that need of some type of interaction with another person, and then that other person just happens to be hot or something, or like what they actually like.
screwing up, which is quite paradoxical. So, as people try to conquer pornography, improve their relationship with it, maybe get rid of the addiction, one of the biggest mistakes that they make is trying to resist it. Now, I know that sounds absolutely insane, but in order to understand this, we have to understand sort of the neuroscience and clinical perspective on cravings resistance and also how we ultimately, in addiction psychiatry, overcome something like an addiction. Hey y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share to actually create change in your life, check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental Health.
Dr. K!
It combines over 2 decades of my experience of both being a monk and a psychiatrist. and distills all of the most important things
What does the being a monk do though? Like, what is it? How do you actually become a monk? Is my keyboard not working? How to become... Because he said he's a monk and a psychiatrist. Monastic life? Dang, they have ads too of becoming a monk. Dang, there's a program. Offering a program for people considering a Buddhist monastic life. He's obviously not in a program. I'm assuming he just did like a year or something. 5 years. Or a lifelong commitment. There's a 5-year program and a lifelong commitment. After 1 year as an aspirant, you will be ordained as a novice monk or nun for around 3 years. Once ordained as a novice, you'll be invited to move into the monastic residence to live with other monks or nuns. Dang, I didn't know that. It's crazy.
I've learned into a choose your own adventure format. So check out the link in the bio and start your journey today. So let's take a quick look at what happens when you actually try to resist a craving. So anytime your brain wants something, right, it starts by trying to entice you. So it says like, hey man, like let's get high, like let's have a good time. It's fun, it's the weekend, maybe it's not quite the weekend, it's a Monday and it's been a hard day and oh, the weekend wasn't quite as fun as you thought, you know, come up.
Yeah, I think that's what I can analyze. Like, oh, you did so much work. You freaking moving, you're doing stuff, you were disciplined all day. Now let's be fat pieces of shit. Or it's like, let's game all day. Or something like, or like you get the free weekend or whatever. You don't have to work, whatever.
With whatever it can to try to get you to use. And then if you say no, the addiction is like, now I'm feeling jittery. Come on, bro. Like, let's take the edge off. Just take the edge off a little bit, right? Like, we don't have to party the whole way. Like, let's just take the edge off. Let's just try to do this. It'll help us work. It'll help us go meet our friends. Like, the rest of the day will be good. Like, come on, man. Like, let's take away a little bit of this negativity. Let's move towards positivity. And then if you say no, then the brain starts getting pissed. Like, oh, like now I'm going to give you withdrawal, right? You feel this withdrawal. We've got headaches. We've got stomach aches. We've got whole body pain. We're going to have a little bit of diarrhea. And then if you still white knuckle it, if you resist.
So that's like, is that, he's just talking about like drug usage then, because, or is that can't be for, I don't feel any of that like it's just normally, right? So he's obviously talking about drug usage. That's just body trying to regulate yourself because you're not giving it poison anymore, right? That's what he's talking about.
Then your brain gets angry at you, says, bitch. What do you think you're doing? You need this stuff. I told you we need this stuff. Look at how much we're hurting now. Now the headache intensifies. Now you have diarrhea. Now you're vomiting. And then ultimately, if you end up giving in, what your brain kind of says is like, why do you make me do this to you, man? Like, why do you have to make me hurt you so much in order to get what we need, right? It's just like hunger and thirst to your brain, where if you deprive your body, it starts to punish you. It literally sends you negative signals, not positive signals. It punishes you for not giving it what it wants.
True.
I'm kind of reminded, trigger warning, of a South Park episode where there's some domestic violence, but this is literally what I see. That one of my patients mentioned this episode to me, and he said, this is what it feels like when I resist a craving. I feel like my brain starts punishing me for fighting it in the first place. And so this is a weird challenge because what ends up happening is as we resist cravings, our brain begins to learn what kind of signals do I need to send to this dumbass to get what I want. And so the real...
So that's when like you got to toughen it out and be... It's not like basic training so much because it eliminates all of that nonsense, bro. Like any type of addiction that you thought you had, like people that need to be on their phones or something. Like, dude, you're not getting your phone. You're not going to be talking to your friends. You're not going to be playing video games. You're not going to be eating snacks. You're not going to be doing any of that shit. What we're about to do now is some work. And then like you see the people like start to get irritated and all that. The people that can't smoke, like the nicotine addiction. Man, that shit goes hard too. You like they need it too. And so, but then like you just have to suffer. Everybody has to suffer, right? So, and it's all a group suffering.
Paradoxical thing that we
We'll
see
all
in
get
addiction
this.
is that the more patients resist and fail, the more intensive their cravings become. So this is what's really different about addiction, right? Because if we look at most things in life, as we fight against things, even if we lose, we get better over time. So if I go to the gym and I lift a bunch of weight and I can't lift, let's say, this high amount of weight, the next time I go to the gym, I'll be better at it. My muscles will grow. My muscles will adapt, right? If I play chess over time, I'll get better at it. I'll get better at swimming. I'll get better at reading. I'll get better at studying. I'll understand more mathematics.
If I live stream more, I'll get better at live streaming, pretty much. Because right now I'm trash. Trash at live stream and you get better. You work hard. You do all that stuff. But I think, yeah, because your brain makes the neural pathways that go for the least amount of resistance, right? So if you start to cave into what your brain wants, then it's going to create that neural pathway. I think it's what he's about to get to.
More calculus. But addiction is the one interesting thing where the more that you fight it, the worse off you become. So if you look at the cycle of addiction, after years and years and years of people resisting cravings, being sober for a while, relapsing, and then you're kind of back on this treadmill over and over again. Despite the fact that people who struggle with addictions have a ton of experience, their life seems to be moving in the wrong direction. And why is that?
I don't know about that.
Because of this principle of if
you resist
a craving and end up giving in, your brain learns this is the signal that I send to this person in order to get what I need. So your brain starts paradoxically amplifying the cravings because it knows that I need to go straight to a high level so that we can skip all these first steps, because this is what gets me what I need. And this isn't just your brain doing this in the case of addictions. We even do this normally. For example, if you have a family member who's deaf, right? You start by calling their name. You're like, hey, buddy. And they don't hear you. And then you raise the volume. You say, hey, buddy.
Hey,
they don't hear
come
you.
over here.
And then if they're deaf, you start yelling, and that's when they hear you. If you do that a couple times, your brain will stop talking to them in a normal voice.
Then just
it'll realize what signal it needs to create to get the response that it wants. And it's not just the case of deafness. We also see this in sort of getting our psychological needs met. So sometimes we'll see this very commonly as psychiatrists with kids. So if a kid is getting bullied at school, they'll start complaining about stomach aches. And it's not that they're faking it. It's that what happens with this child is I'm being bullied at school. I go to my parents and I say, hey, I don't want to go to school today, and they don't listen. But one day that I have a stomach ache, they let me
Nah, you say like, hey, I'm being bullied at school. We'll fight back. And then if you get in trouble, I got your back. That's what I'm going to say. Fight back. They're bullying you. You fight back. No stomach aches. None of that bullshit. You fight back. And then if you get in trouble, you get suspended. I got your back. We're not dealing with no bullies over here. What the hell? Hey, Exile, what's up? Fresh and Fit starts at 4:30. They're going after Brett Cooper or Brett Copper. Yeah, I'll check it out after Yaya Kicks does not want me to do that. We'll check it out. They're just live streaming, right? We'll see. Well, I'm gonna do it after this video. I'll do the Fresh and Fit after this video. I want to see what they're talking about. Always going at. Why do they have to like target people though, man? I mean, maybe it's like for clout. You think they're just targeting for clout? I don't know. We'll go check it out after this though. I want to see what he's talking about by not resisting stuff. Because it still seems like you have to resist the urge. Yeah, Cooper. That's what I thought. Yeah, Brett Cooper. What is that? Yeah, Kicks is like, nah, we're not doing that around here.
Stay home. So our brain is learning, and the child isn't even consciously aware. They can be 5 years old, 6 years old.
I'll check that out after this.
And then the body will actually create physiologic stomach aches to get the needs met. So our brain is designed to get needs met. And paradoxically, if you try to resist cravings and fail, your brain will intensify the cravings to get what it needs. So this is where you're probably saying, well, what are you saying, Dr. K? Should I just like watch porn?
So the goal is to just not fail. Do what the hell you say you're going to do, and then don't fail. If I say I'm going to go to the gym, then do what I said. I'm going to go to the freaking gym. Otherwise, my brain's going to be like, nah, you didn't. This is the signal that I'm going to send you to make you not go to the gym because I want to just sit and eat shit.
Anytime I feel like it, should I just give into it completely? Because I've tried that and that doesn't work. No. So let's take a look at the evidence-based interventions, the things that really work for things like addictions. So we have things like psychotherapy. We have things like peer support, like Alcoholics Anonymous. We also have certain medications. We'll even have things like environmental changes. And let's go through these, right? So let's say I'm an opioid addict. When I go to psychotherapy, let's say I'm seeing my therapist. Am I resisting cravings? No, not when I'm actually seeing my therapist. Let's say I go...
Exile's like, does that have correlation? Like freaking... I had stomach aches, but I didn't get bullied. Oh yeah, that's how you get out of the bully. Yeah, bad just maybe you're a scary person, so nobody wanted to bully you. You can't bully that guy. Nah, not having that today.
to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. Am I actually resisting cravings there? No, right? So when I go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, there's a lot of community. People aren't like actively usually resisting cravings. The whole point is that they're sort of doing things that are not grappling directly with their illness. And even if we look at things, people like sponsors, so what's the whole point of a sponsor? Here I am resisting a craving, and what does my sponsor do with me? I call them up and they say, hey, let's go for a walk, let's grab a cup of coffee. They kind of distract me and pull me out of that battle. The other thing that we know in addiction psychiatry is that, I've had patients, for example, who are alcoholics and are members of fraternities or sororities. And as long as you are hanging out with your fraternity buddies, your sorority sisters,
Just
whatever, and people are drinking around you all the time.
So like the stress makes you have the stomach problems, like immediately. That's interesting. So then if you're super stressed, then you get really skinny because you can't eat because you have all these stomach problems. Stress related. I guess when I get super stressed, yeah, I start doing I try to do productive stuff. Try to clean, right? Try to make sure your environment can handle the stress that you're putting yourself in. That's the biggest thing. Because then you'll burn off all that stressful energy anyways. If you're stressed out or something, you start cleaning. Then it's productive. Or you start working out. Now you're fit. Now you just did the health part of it. Yeah, I overthink too much. That's why it took me forever to start live streaming. I think way too much, and all the I analyze everything too much. Like I think nobody wants to watch this or nobody wants to see this, especially when like it comes to making the videos and stuff. I'm like, nah. Think about it too much. I just need to. That's why I told myself I had to like dumb everything down, stop thinking about everything too much. No, because nobody really cares, right? After you shoot something, from my perspective, like after you shoot something, everybody's gonna forget about it the next day, anyways. Nobody actually cares about who you, like in the grand scheme of things, or like what you're doing or what mistakes you made. Like it stays in people's mind for like a day.
Time, it is very difficult to resist those cravings. So what do we recommend? We recommend social transplant. You need a new set of friends who are sober, because if you are with your set of friends who continue to use, it is very difficult to resist the cravings. And this is where we also see the principle that I talked about, which is that the more you resist, the more your brain learns, hey, I need to induce very strong cravings. I need to punish this person for depriving this of me. So what we tend to see, literally what I see in my patients, is that the more that they resist cravings, the more intense the cravings become. And then we can also look at the medications for addictions, things like naltrexone or buprenorphine in the case of opioid addiction. And literally, what is the result of these medications? Naltrexone.
What do you say? Nobody thinks into, yeah. Yeah, true. Exil's right.
Literally reduces cravings. And buprenorphine is actually like a partial opioid agonist, which means that it supplies the receptor that wants the opioids and creates a partial opioid signal. And so since we're partially satisfying the signal, it actually eliminates cravings because the body and brain are getting what they want. So our whole strategy in addiction psychiatry tends to be to avoid fighting cravings. Now, there are good reasons to fight cravings, and we'll kind of get to that in a second, but I just want to point out that we sort of see these two very different things. The first is that if we are grappling and white-knuckling our cravings over and over and over again, that doesn't usually lead to success based on our research.
White-knuckling.
A lot of people become sober without ever seeing a psychiatrist, so we're not entirely sure exactly what they do.
Exactly. I'm sure like they just handle it in their head, right? Yeah, Cakes, there you go. You have another friend. You're not so lonely. But everybody just handles the stress in their head. They're not even like hardcore. Like, I don't need a doctor to freaking sit down and somebody to tell you like what to do. But a lot of people do, so like not knocking that. But it's not. You sit down and do what you need to do. Make sure you put like a little goal sheet so that you can see it every day. I think it's just visualizing it.
And on the other hand, we see that all of our interventions are not directly fighting cravings. In fact, they're used to kind of dodge cravings. So what should you do? This is where there are a couple of things about pornography that are different. The first is that when we're talking about resisting cravings, this is where there are a couple of things about pornography that are a little bit different from substances that we can take advantage of. So I know this sounds really bizarre, but the strategy that I tend to use with my patients is to pick your battles. So instead of just randomly resisting the craving and then ultimately giving into it, which will intensify the craving the next time you step into the ring, what we really want to do is almost schedule our pornography use.
Let me see.
So one of the things that I'll do with my patients is sort of pick 2 times throughout the day where they are allowed to watch pornography. This has a very interesting effect. The first is that outside of those windows, it becomes easier to resist. But even then, they're resisting a little bit. It becomes easier to win the battle of pushing the porn.
That's interesting. That's the same thing as like a cheat food or a cheat meal or whatever. You give your like your certain window, like, oh, I can. That's what I do. Like, so you can eat whatever you want on the weekends, or if you're like fasting, I eat whatever I want during fasting window, and then that reduces the time, like when throughout the day where you're like, oh well, should be snacking, or like I can eat some popcorn or whatever. It gets rid of that craving because you know that you're going to be able to eat that stuff later on. So it's just like a kind of like a little cheat code, but you're allowing yourself to do that action in that window. But even when you're in the window, you're probably going to push yourself. Like all I have to do is just skip this, and then I can move on without my day. And then I just made it the whole day anyways.
Pornography.
It makes it that much easier.
11 a.m. and 6 p.m., let's say. At 8 or 9 in the morning, you get this little impulse and you kind of push it till 11 a.m. So you're actually strengthening and training your frontal.
Is prawn the cheat meal? Or the cheat buffet? What? Prawn is just another way of saying porn. You just don't want to say that on YouTube too much. Because they'll do something, shadow ban you or something like that. There's a bunch of those words. Yeah, he's saying like you put like a certain window that you could do whatever you want. I mean, that obviously does. Oh, okay. Good, yeah, type it right. But I don't think that works for drugs though, right? You can't be like, oh, well, I can have this amount of heroin in this time window. and then I'll just refrain from heroin for the rest of the day. I don't think this method works with drugs very well.
Lobe, and then when 11 a.m. rolls around, you can sort of engage in it. So this is really interesting because we can't do this with a substance use disorder.
Yeah, just on Tuesday, bro.
Because in a substance use disorder, we have certain genetic modifications, usually, to things like our GABA receptors, our mu receptors, which mean that if I have a little bit of alcohol at 11 a.m., the rest of my day is shot. Thankfully, the pattern that I tend to see in behavioral addictions is that moderation is more accessible. It's more doable. Like, so with someone like an alcohol addict, you can't really do that. If they have one drink, they can't stop. With pornography addicts, I'm able to see more.
Why can't they stop? They can stop. They can put the cup down. One drink. You limit yourself. You got one drink, and then you take your wallet out. You take only a certain amount of cash, and then you go buy one drink, and that's it. And they won't let you open up a tab because you have no card. So you could easily trick yourself. And then you're not going to ask some girls or some dudes at the bar. So you could play that. You could play that.
Success in this way. So I know it sounds really bizarre, but just setting aside a particular time where you're allowed to watch pornography. The second thing is to generally remember that we don't want to fight battles that we can't win.
Oh, is that your kick saying? Just drugs on Tuesday. If your cheat meal is 700 calories in a 1 hour window, that's cool. 700 calories is nothing, though. Like mine, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be having like 3,000 or 2,900 to maintain for 240 pounds. I could stop usually during work hours. I mean, that's not even that hard to... 700 calories? Nah. It's not that hard. How much is a bag of chips? And then the serving sizes are so small. You could definitely get over 700 in one meal.
So we're going to draw a little bit on Sun Tzu. And if you look at sort of the goal of addiction psychiatry, it is about setting up the field of battle.
Yeah, dude, I'm big. I'm trying to get down to like freaking 220. I'm trying to maintain 220, but then keep all the muscle. Don't say I'm a big bear. Isn't that like that's literally a gay term? I'm not gay. Not that I'm not shitting on any gay people.
To beat the addiction. So it is about reducing our
Yeah, I'm
cravings,
6'2".
shaping our environment, because the last thing that we want to do is fight a
You're
battle
6'1".
and lose, because then our brain will sort
6'1"
of
and
bludgeon
in
us
between.
with stronger cravings. So what we really want to do is try to pick battles that we are going to win and really build up those successes and confidence. Because there's one other really insidious thing that happens when we fight a craving and we fail. Over time, what do we learn from doing this? Not only does our brain learn to
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't have to worry about. I'm like right at the perfect. I don't know. That's short nowadays, right? In the market, you got to be like 6'4" these days. 6'4" is where they're like, okay, you're kind of tall. 6'1" is like, oh, you barely made it. You're probably pretending that you're 6'1". You're not 6'1" in real life. That's what. But I see a lot of guys like I just had a guy look for like an apartment that was like 6'8". I was like, damn, dude, you're tall as hell. He has to like kind of duck through the doors and shit. So I feel like 6'1", 6'1" to 6'4" is like a good range.
intensify the cravings, but we learn that we are powerless. I fought it, and who wins in the end? The addiction wins. The pornography wins. The alcohol wins. And then tomorrow I wake up, I'm sure I'm gonna do it, bro. Like it's cool.
But I guess by these standards, doesn't your brain win? Because your brain's really strong in sending your signals, and then your brain convinced you to get it. But you know, since it's a negative thing, now it's saying like that the actual influence won. It's like my brain's kind of strong. My brain tricked me. Shit, maybe if your brain's that strong to trick you to do something bad, your brain is also that you got to look at it in a positive light. Your brain's that strong to trick you into do something good as well. So if you can be addicted that easily to something, that means you could trick your brain to be addicted to something positive for your life. That's the way I'm taking. That's how I'm taking this.
Let's go. And then who wins in the end? The alcohol wins. I'm sober for a little while, the alcohol wins. I'm sober for a little while, the alcohol wins. I'm sober for a little while, the alcohol wins. I'm sober for a year, the alcohol wins. And when this is your
Yeah, I think so. I know Fresh and Fit have that like Exile's like 6'2" is like 5%. Yeah. Fresh and Fit have that like the little chart where you can put in the demographics of everything because the girls on the show want I want a man that's 6'2", makes 6 figures, and he has a degree and he's not fat. And then they put all that stuff into the freaking chart and it's like, yeah, that's like 0.001%. That's I was going off of the girl standards.
experience of addiction, you begin to give up hope. Subconsciously, you don't think you're ever going to beat this problem. Why? Because the more you fight, the more you fail. And the more you fail, the more your brain is learning we're not going to win this.
But if you're going off of girl stuff, like you can go there's the short kings out there that'll happily take out a tall girl. They're usually super buff, so that helps. The short guys take it over too. They're super charismatic and super buff. It helps. They have drive to get those tall girls. They'll get a tall girl.
Might as well give up. And this is what we see in the cycle of addiction. People will be addicted for years, lifetimes, because they've tried to stop, right? Most people who are addicted to things have tried to stop, and their experience is that it doesn't work. I end up losing. Because paradoxically, they are feeding the craving. They are intensifying the craving. They don't understand these principles, so they're actually making the problem worse. Instead, what we want to do is pick battles that we can win, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, money never hurts. What are you saying? No. Yeah, Tom Holland's killing it, but I mean that's like the epitome though. You're going to the top of the top. And then he has Zendaya too, so it's like, but he has all the money, he has all the fame. So it's like, when you're going for that, I don't know. Same thing. You go Tom Cruise, you could go Kevin Hart. Like when you're at the top, like of course, you have fame, notoriety, and wealth. Like that's easy work.
right? This is why we want to sort of restrict things to a particular time of the day. And then at least you're winning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You're winning from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And what I tend to see in a lot of my patients is once they start to do this, there are times where they'll even skip it because they are training their brain between 8 and 11 to resist. And when 11 a.m. rolls around, they say, okay, do I really need to use this right now, or can I wait until 6 p.m.? So it's really bizarre, but addictions to pornography are a little bit different, and we can treat them a little bit differently. The next thing that we really want to target if we're struggling with pornography are the underlying driving forces, and there are two really big ones. The first is that we use pornography as a source of emotional regulation.
Yeah, he's an actual doctor. That's why he has such a good following. But he typically talks about stuff that is like gamer related. I'm a big gamer, so that's what he talks about. And a lot of gamers have this issue.
So as long as you are developing
you need to go outside and touch some grass.
Emotional regulation techniques, and what I strongly recommend to all of my patients who are dealing with pornography in healthy or unhealthy ways is that you develop alternate emotional regulation techniques. So we know from the neuroscience of pornography.
That was a long freaking alternative emotional regulation techniques. Holy shit. I feel like that's just like a alternative emotional regulation techniques.
Pornography that in this way is very similar to many substance use disorders in that it sort of gives us dopamine and it takes away negative emotions. Because while you are watching pornography, you don't really feel a whole lot of negative emotions. You feel a ton of shame and feel like a loser and all that stuff afterward, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you feel it afterwards. There's the emotions. So pretty much just be able to think about something else. You can utilize those emotions to think about something else. And then like sway the way that you're feeling in the moment. So then skip the negative action that you're taking at that time. Is what that long ass freaking thing in the beginning was for.
Because you've lost, and then all comes the flooding of negative emotion. So that can absolutely happen. So what we want to do is really focus on emotional regulation techniques. We have videos on things like alexithymia. We teach meditation techniques, journaling, talking about your...
What the hell is that? Therapist explains why you don't feel anything anymore. Alexithymia. Does anybody have that? Do you guys feel stuff? I mean, it's hard for guys. We don't really feel that much in the first place. We have to get told to feel something. Like, why aren't you crying? You're not emotional. You're not in touch with your emotional side. That's what's happening. You got to get in touch with your emotional side. Priorities. They should schedule prawn viewing for when it's their eating window. So then you have to choose. That's pretty funny. Yeah, because it's like, do you want to get skinny? You want to get skinny, or you want to touch yourself? touching your emotional side. That's good. Yeah, that'll have you decide. My priorities are strong in that one, man.
Emotions, working with a therapist, engaging in clinical treatment, all of those things are really good. And there's one other thing that we want to do, which is actually wait out the craving. So there's one big difference between pornography, behavioral addictions, and substance use disorders. From a physiologic perspective, the longer that you wait to use a substance, the more that the physiological withdrawal will increase. The one advantage that we have going for us in pornography is that if we wait in...
That was pretty funny, though. Because it's two things that you really want. You really want to eat, and then you really want to release yourself. So which one are you going to choose today? That is a good one, though.
In relation to pornography, there isn't a gross physiologic withdrawal that starts to happen. So in the case of something like alcohol, which acts on our GABA receptors, if we go cold turkey on alcohol, we can actually do things like induce seizures, induce cardiac arrhythmias, and alcohol withdrawal can be fatal. So remember that when we're talking...
That's so crazy. Like you're trying to do something good for your body and you just straight up cold turkey stop alcohol. You could actually kill yourself because your body's so used to balancing out the alcohol. Oh, hey, thank you so much. How do I say that? Howley boy? Hey, Howley boy. That's hard. But that's, dude, like, you try to do something good for yourself and then you kill yourself by trying to do something good because you're like, I'll probably stop drinking, or I'll probably stop shooting up heroin or whatever. and then the withdrawals are so bad that you end up hurting yourself. Like, what? Ooh, that's crazy.
About a substance use disorder, there's all kinds of physiologic things going on. There's one thing that's different about pornography addiction, which is that as we wait, it'll sort of, the craving will intensify and then it will sort of decrease. And I know this sounds kind of paradoxical because I said don't resist cravings in the first place, but this is a really important principle to understand.
Yeah.
See, when it comes to physical substances, the clock is kind of ticking against you. That the intensity of what you feel will get worse and worse and worse. But if you can bypass this critical point in pornography addiction where your brain is trying to tell you like, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this. If you can really just wait it out. It's not about beating it. It's not about conquering it. It's just about resisting for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Then things will start to work in your favor because another mechanism will kick in the brain, which is sort of this homeostatic tolerance. So if we think about sort of feeling hungry, right? At the very beginning, when my body feels hungry, it feels hungry. And then if you don't give it food for a little while, our body will say, okay, fine, like it's okay, like the hunger goes
whatever.
away. It'll return again more intensely later.
That's because your body, we did a lot of fasting research. Like your body is so tuned into like the eating windows that you've set for yourself. It gets used to that. So when you like start missing all those eating windows, then your body's like, hey, what the like, hey man, we're supposed to be fucking eating right now. Like, you're starving me. So then you get those, it's just signals to your brain. That's it. So when you just stop straight up eating and you're like, well, I don't have any food, then the signals will stop. They'll just go away. That's all that is. And then there's like pills that like help reduce the signals. There's all these tricks because you could either reduce the signals or just reduce the food. So, and that's what like the surgery says, like the band restriction does for your body. Helps you reduce the signals, makes you send the signals to your brain that your stomach is full. But you can just do that yourself as long as you have like mental strength. But a lot of people these days are just losing the mental strength, man. Come on, we got to get stronger.
But our body has this really interesting principle where if it wants...
Yeah, the tattoos. That's where it's at. I need a sleeve. I only have it to like right here. Need a full sleeve. You'd have to go all the way down. But the wings go all the way up. They match the thing in the back. They match the logo. Where's my whip? I need happiness. What the hell? You guys, what are you guys talking about over here? You guys have heard that? Also runner's high? Yeah, I haven't had runner's high. Maybe I'm too heavy. I'm too heavy to have runner's high. Maybe once I get to 220. Then I'll actually be like, oh, running's so great. But nah, not right now. Rehab addicts are so desperate for endorphins, they hurt themselves. So it's like one of those, like the... What's that? That's that dominatrix type stuff? Bad time to read. Also a reason cutters cut. Damn, you guys are getting from I love the endorphin rush from getting tats. Yeah. I sweat like profusely when I'm getting the it's probably because these tattoos were so close to the armpit sucks. And then like this one goes all the way down to this little fold in your arm right here. Dude, that because there's nothing blocking that. It's just straight pain. So armpit sucks, and then the little fold in your arm. Keep talking about the video. Don't tell me what to do. I can break off. This is what live streaming is about. I can break off and then look at what the chat's doing. God, yeah, cakes. Mod control, mod supervisor over here. My collarbone hurt. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. That's straight pain. I think that might actually hurt more. Straight on the bone? Yeah, true. Yeah, that's not too. I would say, yeah. Maybe collarbone might hurt. What hurts the most, though? Is the armpit hurt the most? Or is it the collarbone? Oh, dang, you got a bunch of tattoos. You got fingers, too? Oh, hips. Yeah, I can see that. Ooh, who gets down to the hips, though? You must have like a... Oh, no shit. That's awesome. It goes up to from your hips to your knee. Oh, that's legit. It must look great in like a swimsuit. Yeah, Yaya Cake's got the lower abdomen tat. Fell asleep. That's because she was on. She was on something, wasn't she? That's the only reason you fell asleep. Yeah, Cakes had some special gummies, I think. I was also floating. Oh no shit. They have Polynesian style. That's awesome. Get some great line work, I'm assuming. Okay, now I'll get back to the video. Gosh. We're at 40 minutes anyways.
Something, and unless there is an acute physiologic withdrawal, like if your glucose is crashing or something like that, hunger pangs won't go away. But when it comes to transient neuroscience wants,
Deep
when your
breathing
brain
mode.
wants something, if you can ride out that urge.
I like the tattoo talk because I want to get a full sleeve. So I'll get too wrapped up in the tattoo talk. I can't talk tattoos. And Yaya Cakes wants more tattoos too. We can't get caught up.
And
You
this is
guys
what
can
we
talk, I
call
guess.
urge surfing in psychiatry, then things will actually be in your favor. So I know it sounds kind of weird because I said don't try to overcome the craving. And at the same time, eventually, once we do all of this other stuff, one thing to keep in mind is that you do actually want to try to ride it out instead of conquering it. And the last thing that we really want to focus on, especially with pornography addiction, which makes it a little bit different, is that we know that one of the largest risk factors to become addicted to pornography is a sense of meaninglessness in life. So this is where things are kind of paradoxical, but usually what I'll do with my patients is I won't work directly to conquer the addiction, and that's the bulk of the work that we'll do. We'll really try to develop a sense of purpose or meaning in life. And we're not quite sure what the neuroscientific mechanism behind this is. My theory is that when you have a purpose in life, when you have a sense of meaning, it makes the negativity worth it, right? So if I want to become a doctor,
that's for
let's
anything,
say, and
though.
I'm in medical school, studying every day, spending my 20s, like while my friends are like going on vacation and stuff, and I'm racking up debt here in the United States, like all this stuff sucks for me, but I'm able to tolerate the negativity
because of the benefit.
because there is a greater purpose.
But that's hard to do because you can't be instant gratified, like no instant gratification whatsoever with that. With that type of mind, that's a completely different mindset that people have to have, and that's a harder mindset to get than just straight up not jacking off. Like you're gonna be doing something consistently for a long time, and then the payoff's gonna be bigger at the end of the road. A lot of people don't have that. Dude, that is an insane mindset to have from the get go. So to already be like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this one thing, and stay consistent, even though you're not seeing any payoff, and then continually do that, and then wait for the payoff at the end. That's a next level mindset to already have.
I'm sacrificing for the sake of something, right? This is what a lot of parents will do when it comes to their kids. Like, it sucks to be a parent. It's not very pleasant, especially the first couple years. And we're okay with that because there's this greater purpose. So if you look at the sort of what purpose adds to your life, it's not just purpose. It is the ability to tolerate negativity. And this is where pornography addiction really comes in, because if we can't tolerate negativity, we will turn to pornography. So at the end of the day, what we really want to do is a little bit unusual, because we don't want to fight a battle and lose, because this will intensify our cravings and it'll lead to hopelessness. Instead, what we want to do is set the field of battle. Really.
Let's see. Yaya Cakes is a doctor. That's not a doctor. Really, I feel like he watched a lot during med school. Oh, it wasn't traditional tats. Yeah, the doctor, son.
Really try to focus on things that make it easy to resist pornography. We want to shape the environment around us. And this is literally what we do in clinical addiction treatment, whether it is shaping your neuroscience, neurochemistry through medications like naltrexone, or it is shaping your environment.
Oh, see, that was the medication. So trying to change your neurochemistry with naltrexone. You don't want to like screw up your body composition just to overcome some type of, or maybe you do. Maybe screwing up your body composition is worth overcoming the thing that you're trying to beat. There's that.
Joining Narcotics Anonymous, whatever. We really shape the environment, and this is where we use Sun Tzu's Art of War to set the battlefield so that you're set up to win. And then ultimately what
he will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. But you're still fighting, you're just strategizing better. Is what, so he's saying he's allowing porn or prawn in 1 hour of the day. So whatever it is that you're addicted to, you allow it for a certain time period in that day, or within the week, you allow it for 1 day per the week. And then you could do it during that time. So since you can do it during a certain time period, your brain won't be pushing you and sending you such strong signals throughout the time that you're not supposed to do it, because your brain knows that you will be allowed to do it during this time period. Now, if you can just resist, so you can choose to fight during that hour to not do it, that's when you really win the battle.
Tend to see when things go well is that as people start to rack up some wins, they feel hope. They feel power. They're able to resist. And thankfully, pornography is one of these things where it's not quite as intense of a slippery slope as some of these substance use disorders. So even in this process, people will oftentimes use while they are building up a life that is worth living. So I know it sounds bizarre, but I strongly encourage y'all to pay attention to your life and look at what happens when you try to resist a craving. Because if you resist and lose, chances are the next battle will be harder to win. Hey, Dr. K.
Dude, these comments are stupid. This guy says, therapist when your credit card gets declined. I have a breeding kink, but I hate children. Damn. I don't think Yaya Kicks knows how to moderate yet. She was just made a moderator. Yeah, the scheduling thing is strong. You couldn't live with your own failure. Where do you think? Bring you back to me. All right, let's see. Let me slide this guy over. Oh my god. Dude, my camera messed up again? What is that doing? Why is my camera doing that? Yeah, freaking camera. I don't know what's up with the camera. It does not like long shoots. So maybe I need to get like I'm gonna have to get like a streaming. I have a DSLR though, so I don't know what the problem is with the camera. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. I'm like Grimes. Dude, I don't know what's up with that. Why does it keep doing that? All right, as promised, we're gonna see. You said Exile said that Fresh and Fit was talking about Brett Cooper. Oh, debunking Brett Cooper's baseless. Oh, but that happens at 6:30 p.m. Wait. Oh, it should be up right now though. Oh, it happens at 6:50 p.m. Okay, so it's coming on in a little bit. Brett Cooper? Who the fuck is Brett Cooper though? Who is that from then? How many hours do I need? What are you talking about exactly? Let me slide this guy over. Eight seconds has to be a record. Mine's at batteries with us. Oh, to become monetized? 2,400 hours, yeah. I said that we were gonna switch. Is Brett Cooper the name of the chick? Exile probably knows more than me. I don't know who Brett Cooper is. Why does her name sound so manly? No, you'll get smart. You said you wanted to learn more about Fresh and Fit. That's what the videos are about. We can watch it together. That's what's gonna happen. Yes, it's a girl. I don't know who that. See, now you'll learn because she's about to get debunked. This is fun. She's about to get debunked. Yeah, sorry. He requested. It's probably something I do anyways. It's probably something I'd be doing anyways. So we'll live stream it. Hope my camera's gonna go off like 3 times in a row. But we'll get it done. Yeah, I can't stand them. I mean, a lot of people can't stand them. That's why they're so controversial. That's what makes good content. You know what I'm saying? It's either she looks like Ben Shapiro. What? She kind of does. It's the squinting where it makes her look like Ben Shapiro. She actually kind of does though. No shit. It's pretty good. It's just the squinting. Here, I'll slide this over. But he looks old in that picture though now. He looks old in that picture. Dude! What's up with my camera? It's too hot. No way it does that. No way. I think my camera's literally getting too hot. So I mean, maybe if I do something like actually memory card in the camera. Why is it cutting off on me? At least they're not doing anything, so I still have some time to actually fix my shit. I watched Brett's video. What does she even say though? See, a good thing. So I'll watch the debunking, but then I'll go watch it and see like what the hell she actually said of why they need to be debunked. Don't bother children when they're skateboarding. I hope Myron throws things again. See, that's why it's so controversial. Myron's gonna be throwing everything and freaking screaming. Is she on? No way, she's on Daily Wire. Brett Cooper's on Daily Wire. Are you just are you like making a Ben Shapiro comparison? Brett Cooper. See, this looks like a completely different picture though. With when their hair's not like slicked back. That looks completely different. The comment section with Brett Cooper. Buy the Daily Viewer, no shit. Dude, how does she have those connections though? How is she is she related to freaking Ben Shapiro? Because she's 22. So there's no way. She's a conservative political commentator. What the hell? Is she going to get removed? They're not related. What? But she gets a Daily Wire job? She worked on Snow White or she's going to be in Snow White and Evil Queen, and she was in Lady Ballers. So she was an actress from 2016. So she's been acting since she was a teenager. Okay. Because I'm like, how the hell? So she's been working. Yeah, she's been working. Damn, 3 billion views. Killing it. Takes the fun out of everything. Apparently taking the fun out of everything gets you paid. Let's see, it's 6:50 almost. Are they gonna be like what? Exactly right on time? Y'all females is weird. Don't I hope that I don't know why they do that to themselves. They shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Cause then the whole community like makes fun of them for being like, you guys hate females. And then you got guys on here being like, yeah, females are weird. It's like, dude, don't say shit like that. You're making us all look bad. Oh, they're never on time. Great. I like how they have 300 likes already. 300 dedicated fans right there. And their cameras actually work. Yeah, she was an actress. Because there's no way. She's 22 with 4 million subs and hired by Daily Wire, bro. Oh my God. I'm going to have to do something about this camera. Okay, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to fix the camera. I think I'm going to put something in it. Stuff is going to have to change. Turn the AC off. Dude, yeah. I think it's cool. So we'll see. Is it bothering Yaya Cakes? Is like the mic messed up? Oh wait, is no way they're in Hawaii. Dude, I love the connections. So is the mic messed up or am I still like can you hear me clearly? Okay, that's good. Yeah, nice and clear. Cool. So I can keep the freaking because I have like a personal thank you guys for checking me. I have like a little personal AC in the room. Dang! Why are they racist like that? Black guys aren't always late. I was on time for my stream. And I'm staying later to do this one. They said black guys are always late. I have to be early. You know what I'm saying? I got to be early. Yeah, trying to buy a house in Hawaii. Black guys, damn black guys, always late. What the hell? How are they shitting on ABBA though? So Myron was a Fed, and then ABBA was in the military. But they're saying ABBA likes to get on all fours. What are you talking about? He's just like spamming that shit. Yeah, I mean it's definitely expensive. It's probably like 1.5 mil to be in like close to the water. Oahu? No, that's where the base is, right? Is Oahu's where the base is at? Average 2 bedroom, almost a mil, yeah. That's where I'm getting it. See, Exile? Yeah, a mil. It's crazy out there. It's because of all the howlies. That's what they say. All the howlies out there taking up the land. When you're driving down the island, you can see. Oh my god. Dude. Am I gonna just have to buy a new camera? I think I'm just gonna have to buy a new camera. What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's what his name is too. I just realized. Howley. At least I can experience all the problems of streamers when I'm like a nobody streamer. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah, that I just realized that. I was trying to say his name before, and it was like I was like Howley, and then now that I'm saying Howley, but I just heard the Hawaiian say Howley. I never saw somebody spell it though. That was the thing. Because they're retired. Yeah, you have to be retired something. Like, like on those like even like so yeah, Oahu was the Big Island and Maui. Like there's no like major corporations there really. So it's like wait, I was like, where are these people working at? Like you have to be like some type of day trader, or you already have to be retired. You're getting your money from somewhere else because you're not working on the island really. Yeah, hotels and resorts. Dang, these black guys are not on time. They could have just adjusted it to 7. That's crazy. There's 1,600 people waiting though. This is my first time actually waiting for a stream. The first drink was literally the church's water. They started at 6. I'm on Eastern time. Oh wait, is it? Is that? Do I just need to reload it? Am I tripping or is that this is late though, right? Damn, they're giving so much shit. Yeah, what the fuck is taking so long? Shit. Dude, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna go and grab some water real fast. I'll be right back. My camera's probably gonna go off while I'm out. Okay. Damn, these dudes are still not on. Holy shit. How are they still not on? You absolutely kidding me? Dude, yeah, I could see why they say black people are late. Dude, it's like 15 minutes past their time that they said they're gonna come on. They don't even have Homeboy up. They're on the soundboard on right now. What the hell's going on? Okay, screw these people. We're gonna go see what Brett Cooper was saying. Is our fourth? It's, yeah, I think you're missing the, it's like this. B-I-Z-Y. The Y and the E. We're gonna go check out what Brett Cooper was saying. But I'm gonna do this real fast. Because they're taking drastically too long. Oh wait, I'm tripping. Why the hell are they taking so long? Boom. And then we're gonna see. I want to see what the hell she said. What the 22-year-old said.
Welcome back to the comment section.
Oh,
I'm Brett
shit.
Cooper. So you guys,
Okay, here it is. Excuse me. Boom.
welcome back to the comment section.
So she is no shit sponsored by Daily Wire, dude. That's crazy. It's just so crazy because Candace Owens is so much credentials than this chick. That's why it's like it's weird that she's not related to Ben Shapiro. How can she get hired over here?
I'm Brett Cooper. So I am sure y'all know about the red pill bro manosphere culture, whatever you want to call it. These are people online, mainly on Twitter and on their own podcasts, who claim that women are unredeemable, marriage is a sham, there is no good reason for a man to get married in 2024. They give men terrible advice, superficial advice on how to be masculine and alpha. Newsflash, men. Most of that advice would give normal women the ick.
Ew, no, David.
Now, anyway, one of the biggest podcasts in this space is called Fresh and Fit. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It predates the Whatever podcast, I believe, but it has a similar format where a bunch of women will come on, they will talk to and get critiqued by the two hosts, whose names are Walter and Myron. I think Myron actually has a different name, but he goes by Myron. They also go by Fresh and Fit, respectively. The guy's got 3 names. I don't get it. Whatever, do your thing. And all of this is done under the guise of male improvement. And considering the struggles that men are very obviously facing in today's culture, you would hope that these incredibly influential, popular alpha bros giving advice would be good role models, right? We would hope that. We would assume that. Wrong. Before we get into this, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you have not already.
I think the only thing is, as long as if they just stop like super yelling at women and then they're being kind of rude, they're doing like the Frank Castles, kicking all the girls out and shit, and like letting them get their point across. If they would stop all that, they even could keep the controversial guests on, like with Andrew Tate and stuff like that. If they could put those guys on, give them a type of platform, and then just be like the middle ground instead of being the guys that are pushing the narratives, then their show would have not been demonetized, for starters, and it would have been much more successful. And they've been warned though, but it's like Myron wants to keep pushing it on the other side and not like following those. He wants to be edgy because he knows that being edgy and being all crazy and stuff gets more views. So when you push narratives like that, then it's gonna get you more views. You know, there's just more views, more money, more clout, all that stuff. But then they lost money though. So they lost money. So the whole time, like all that was for nothing because they lost money at the end of it because they got demonetized. They were then like almost they were top 5 super chats out of everybody, like the world. And now that's gone because YouTube demonetized them. It wasn't worth it. Being like douchey is not worth it.
Ready, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section upload. All right, so just to give you guys a baseline, if you do not.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, that was super, super racist. Which is stupid because they're all black. Everybody in this situation is black. And then they're gonna be out here calling people monkeys. Like, what, dude? And then like, yeah, he was on there with the Nazi hood and stuff. Myron was on there, like on Sneako's freaking not a podcast, but Sneako's live, doing all that super racist. It's because Zerka was there. I don't know if you guys know. You guys, Exile probably does, but Zerka was there, and he like pushes all that stuff. He's crazy, but he's a smart dude, so it's kind of, he does it for the clout, all that crazy shit that he says. But that's why they're pushing all that super racist shit, which is super off-putting, especially when everybody in the room's black. Sneako's mixed. Zerka is like Arab, so he's not really black. But in terms of Fresh Fit, Avo, and Preaching, you're gonna be directly racist to them? Like, what, bro? Are you serious? Craziness, man.
Watch Fresh and Fit if you've not seen some of their clips. We need to watch some of their popular viral videos. Here we go.
If your dad cheated on your mom, how would you feel?
I'd applaud him. I'd be like, yeah, you got your money up, man.
How do you think mom would feel?
You know what? She wouldn't leave. She's a real one. She would be like, damn, okay.
Damn,
If it was
okay.
continuous,
She wouldn't leave.
do you think she'd be happy with the dynamics of that relationship, though?
She knows how it is.
Damn. Talking about his mom.
Imagine
She knows
being
how
this
it
man's
is.
mother and hearing him talk about you this way on his podcast. Oh, I'm going to applaud my dad if he cheats on my mom. Okay, great. We're starting off real strong here with this one. So glad that we are
Yeah, that was kinda
excusing
iffy.
cheating and breaking up families, aka the backbone of our culture. Somebody commented and said, first L take, brother. Loyalty is everything in religion and brotherhood and faith and marriage. Okay, first L, buddy. You have not been paying attention if this is the first L from them you've ever heard. Someone else says, Myron presents the weak man's image of a strong man. Weak men can never speak for strong men. They lack the instinct for it. Amazing way to put it. And usually strong men are not sitting on podcasts talking about their masculinity.
Damn.
Doesn't usually
Damn.
work like that. And then just to cover all of our bases, here's one of their fans who says, Myron is not religious. Stop putting religious standards on him. Ah, okay. So now being a loyal, committed husband and an upstanding father who respects his children's mother is apparently a religious standard that you need to disavow. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. I am so glad that you are a terrible human being. Here's another clip.
The reason why it's so bad, guys, is that in 2023, we don't hold women accountable for their promiscuity anymore, right? So since society doesn't hold women accountable for their promiscuity, you have to do it through your actions. You have to hold them accountable by your behaviors. So you're not going to change women. The only thing that you could do is adapt to the situation and change your behavior and not commit to these women.
And that's such a black pill take because obviously, if you guys watch the show, you know that I agree that promiscuity is running rampant. You know that I agree that both men and women should be better and this should be changed. But I do believe that women's behavior can be changed. It should be changed. But
The
that is
woman's
besides the
behavior?
point. Remember what he said about accountability? Here's another video.
Guys don't like it when girls say signs and crystals and all other shit. Is
Yeah.
basically what she does is she takes accountability away from herself and she puts it on the stars
Are you talking about Brett Cooper? They said that Myron said he doesn't care about money. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, I mean, he said that I mean, they all care about money. Like, come on. He wants to build like as many. He wants to have as many rental properties as possible, but he doesn't really because Fresh does all the show off stuff. You know, like getting all the cars, the jewelry, and all that. I mean, getting Asian chicks pregnant. He's good at that stuff. But freaking Myron, he only wears the logo stuff, and he doesn't. He doesn't. Here, 1 second. Okay.
and the moon.
Real
So when she
talk.
does dumb shit, she's always able to say, "Oh, I'm a Scorpio."
So granted, I do agree with parts of both of these takes. I agree with this point about, pseudo-spirituality in the form of signs and crystals. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. But the point is, you guys might have noticed a through line in those last two.
You said he doesn't do like name brand? No. Myron only wears the Fresh and Fit logo stuff. That's what he wears. So stuff that's associated to him making more money. He doesn't wear. I don't see him ever wearing like any other shit. Like, especially like because they do like some of the vlogs that they have. He never wears like name brand stuff. Yeah. So he wants to make money, but he actually wants to use it for investments. Myron's smart, but Fresh keeps buying all these exotic cars and all the jewelry and shit and just hanging out with all these chicks on the yacht parties and stuff and just blowing his money.
2 clips. Women need to take accountability. Women are not taking accountability. This is wrong. You need to fix that. If they're not married, it's their fault. If they're too promiscuous, it is their fault. If their man cheats on them, it's their fault. Our lives are our faults. But are all of these circumstances black and white? Absolutely not. Can men be at fault in relationships and be promiscuous? Obviously they can be. They are every single day. But it seems like the Fresh and Fit guys don't totally agree with that. In fact, I wonder if they believe that men should take any responsibility whatsoever, especially after seeing that Walter, the other host of the show, allegedly got his girlfriend pregnant and then demanded that she get an abortion. Sounds like not taking accountability, doesn't it? Let's just listen to this phone call that is allegedly between him and his girlfriend.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not.
I guess so. Now this is spreading, right? So is this is good for, because like no, what is it? No publicity, even the bad publicity is still good publicity. And she has 4 million subs. And they probably don't even know who the hell Fresh and Fit is. So, some people are obviously going to trickle down from her channel and then go check out Fresh and Fit. And then especially now that they're utilizing Brett Cooper and they're going to be like freaking, they're going to figure like, they're probably going to hammer her like crazy though, bro. He said he doesn't wear name brand or fancy dinners. Yeah. Fresh Lifestyle is annoying Myron. It says, I don't know if you saw that other video that we did too. It was like, the Asian chick, Daisy Jing Chin was saying that Myron doesn't even like, so the fancy dinners, I don't know who he's doing that with because he's not doing with his girlfriend and he's not even, having sex with his girlfriend either. So he's not doing anything with his girlfriend. So she's there. Yaya Cake said she was a beard.
They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
First of all, that is such a lie that is being pushed by both the medical industrial complex, by feminists, apparently by men who don't want to take responsibility for their actions, for their unprotected sex. It's just a pill. Just take it. It's not. Do you not understand the havoc that the abortion pill wreaks on a woman's body? The pain that it puts her through, both emotionally and physically. It is not something that should be taken lightly at all. And women are being fed this lie that it's an easy fix. It's not. This is never an easy fix. This is an incredibly serious, awful thing that you are doing, both morally and what you're putting your body through.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
like I said, I just don't want any kids.
Oh, you don't want any kids, bro?
Okay.
Then you shouldn't be having sex. Or you should have gotten a vasectomy if you don't want to have children. Those are your 2 options. Because having sex comes with the possibility of a pregnancy. If you are engaging in sex, you have to know that that is a possible outcome. You are a grown man. You should know that. You cannot sit on your podcast and preach about how terrible women are, about how they take no responsibility, and then tell your girlfriend that she needs to kill her unborn child because it's not convenient for you right now. Oh, you just don't want any children. No, that is you not taking any accountability. What you rag on about on your show 24/7. Somebody commented and said, what a degenerate. Knocks her up, doesn't take accountability. Don't they drone on and on about how women don't take accountability? Disgusting individual. Yes. Somebody else said,
Yeah, that's true. Especially from like the man's side. He is not taking the responsibilities, right? He absolutely isn't. But it's both of their faults though. It seems like it's kind of like super one-sided. But I think it's because that she said, because initially they had conversations where they're like, oh, well, he's like, it's an understanding that we don't want to have kids. But then she's like, not on birth control. And he's straight up, she's like, why don't you just pull out? Or he's pulling out, obviously. But freaking, she's like, why don't you use a condom or something? And he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep pulling out. Oh, he doesn't pull out too. That's the thing. Dude doesn't even pull out, bro. And she said, I'm luckily not pregnant this time, but next time, you better watch the fuck out. She warned the dude, and he still didn't
so let me
care,
get this
man.
straight. No accountability. I mean, the jokes truly write themselves at this point. Another person said,
Ridiculous.
real talk, most of these alpha male podcasts just promote gender war propaganda. I completely...
Wasn't it they're not having Brett on? I think it's to get Brett followers. Yeah. Of course they're not going to have her on. Yeah, she's trained by Daily Wire. She'd probably destroy them, honestly. There's no way they're going to have her on.
agree. They create an insane divide between men and women. We are already so divided. We do not need more of this propaganda. That's a great way to put it. He goes on and says, these men love to excuse weak behavior and love mental gymnastics. Real men don't have to express how much of a man they are. Real men don't treat people like garbage. Real men don't run. That last line hits hard. Now, Walter's girlfriend, whose name is Daisy, obviously recorded that conversation. She posted it. She also posted screenshots of their texts online, and there are plenty of them. Many of them are very vulgar. I'm going to read one of them to you. This was on her story. Fresh, aka Walter, said, you should have a kid with somebody who you are in love with in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up, I'm telling you now so that you know. She told him to man up.
Yeah, she
As
said
she
man
should
up.
have.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything anymore since we're not together. I got pregnant with you when I was in your house and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't have me with your own pleasure. Be logical and be a man. I didn't get pregnant by myself. Ooh,
dude.
it is not fair for
She gave a straight warning. She was upfront. It's not like she was being sneaky about it. Like, I think it was completely upfront. It was fair. She did what she was supposed to do. And she's like, stop coming inside me. That's an issue. She warned him, and he didn't care.
the baby. No, it's not.
So-
What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for a kid? So why did you come inside of me? Also, things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without both parents' love is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. You can't just think that you won't get pregnant. That is not how the world works. Now, a lot of people have been attacking Daisy for putting Fresh, aka Walter, on blast. They're calling her a grifter, a snake, that she's a gold digger just trying to get his money. But we see the pregnancy tests in the text, like tests from doctors, not just a clear blue. Now, maybe she is insane. I don't know her. Maybe it's all made up. Maybe she is just trying to get his money. But she also could be honest and be scared and desperate. So she's gone to the public to show them the real man off camera. That is a totally valid option. Things I'm sure he would much rather keep private. But you know what? He should have thought of that before he got her pregnant. Just like you need to think about that before you log online without ExpressVPN. Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like forgetting to mute yourself on a Zoom call and having everyone hear your side conversation.
That's a good transition. She's a pro. What do we expect? Yeah, she told him. She warned him. So, hey, fair game. That's fair game.
3 months free. We all deserve privacy. Maybe not this guy after what he did, but I won't say that. She also said in a live stream that she would do a DNA test whenever he wants to prove that this is actually his child. And she also posted Notes app screenshots detailing the timeline of their relationship, including when he allegedly told her he loved her, wanted to be exclusive with her, and then introduced her to his mom, said he would have a baby with her, which is why she went off of birth control and had unprotected sex with him. And that, people, is the most ridiculous part of this entire story, in my opinion, because they are both at fault here. They apparently only met in November and without true commitment decided that it would be fine if they just had a baby together and had unprotected sex. And then soon after she learned that, oh, he just isn't a monogamous person. Like, girl, just run. Just be smart. Do not have unprotected sex with a man simply because he says, I love you once. That is the worst idea on the face of the earth.
But she's 22 and she's like, the girl she's talking about is 29, bro. That's traveled the world and met 7-figure dudes. She knows what not to do and what to do. She got pregnant by a guy that makes 7 figures and, you know, is prominent guy in media. Let's just say that. Like, she's not in some inexperienced young girl. She's 7 years, almost a decade older than her. And she's like trying to give advice. The lady knows what she's doing. She told him what she's doing. She's not stupid. She doesn't need advice, I don't think.
The earth. I'm sure you wanted to believe the best in him, but just do not trust. And to men, because this involves you as well, because it takes 2 people to make a baby, as this commenter said, it's a great lesson for young men. If you want to bang broads you have no intention of marrying, this is what you risk. Fresh's legal relational trouble is simply the fruit of his degen lifestyle. Completely. Again, sex comes with risk. Be smart. It is that simple. You cannot cry about getting a girl pregnant and having to pay child support and man up when you did not use protection. And when you allegedly told her you loved her and would be happy to have a baby with her. That is not something that you can victimize yourself over. It is irresponsible behavior on both sides. Now, as all of this has come crashing down, Fresh and Fit have been flailing. Walter has his lawyer involved and is basically saying no comment repeatedly, which is the best and literally only thing he can do right now, considering all.
So I'm trying to see like what they're going to refute. There's nothing that she says that is going to get refuted. She's just stating facts and then doing like a roundup of all the details. She's not saying anything personally that needs to be directly like countered or anything. So they're literally just using her because she has 4 million plus subs. It almost seems like this is like they paid her to like, hey, can you make a video on us type of deal? Because she's not like saying anything like incorrect or like I don't understand what they're gonna say.
All the evidence. And then this was funny. The co-host Myron, aka Fit, had this little meltdown on his show about the whole situation.
You motherfuckers weren't there when I got the false accusation against me. You motherfuckers weren't there when this bitch lied and said that I got her pregnant when I fucking did it. And then you dumbasses 3 years later put in some bitch that makes the same allegations again.
I would totally recommend taking advice from these.
Oh damn, bro, he's so mad. Oh shit.
Meltdown on his show about the whole situation.
You motherfuckers weren't there when I got the false accusation against me. You motherfuckers weren't there when this bitch lied and said that I got her pregnant when I fucking did it. And then you dumbasses 3 years later put in some bitch that makes the same allegations again.
I would totally recommend taking advice from these men. They seem very stable,
shit,
very
bro.
level-headed. I would absolutely
Oh my
love
gosh.
it if my husband was watching them and getting
Yeah, yeah,
masculinity
yeah.
advice from them. That is fantastic.
It's a business move. It's a business move, right? So you pay the media to write articles, then you can reference those same articles that you paid to write for validity, being like, look how successful I am. This person wrote an Yahoo Business wrote an article about me. That's why I'm so prominent. My success is validated even though you paid for the validation. It's a technique. It's valid. A lot of people won't question it. So
Are you idiotic? What is this? This is a ridiculous display of emotional instability. And a lot of people were commenting and they were happy that Myron was sticking by Walter and defending him, which shows that he's just the best friend, you know, men sticking together, whatever. All I see is a man excusing his friend's terrible, bad, disgraceful, hypocritical behavior. And on top of that, they're encouraging their audience to go trash this young woman, Daisy. Their fans mass reported her Instagram account, got them taken down. Some people on Twitter think that they are trying to cause her enough stress to force her to miscarry the baby, which I don't know if that's true, but that is a sickening thought. And
yeah, of
still,
course.
people are defending them. Sneeko tweeted, it's like all the shit you want.
I mean, that's just like an allegation though. They obviously didn't say that. They're just saying there's people saying that around them because it does sound really bad when you're like colluding to make a woman so stressed she loses a baby. That just sounds nefarious, so it sounds like a good. They obviously are not gonna directly say some shit like that, but it is what is happening when Myron goes and doxes her completely. It shows her ID that didn't even look like her, shows videos that don't even look like her. But he's trying to like make her look bad. Of course, that's gonna cause a lot of stress, and then all the fans going over there and shitting on her. So I can see where it's obviously where it's coming from.
But Fresh and Fit has single-handedly saved more Western men's lives than any other podcast ever. Like, dude, be so serious. Like, for once, that is so far from factually true. Try Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, Huberman, if you want to talk about medical advice. Like, maybe they've had some good lines, some takes that, you know, people could agree with, but no man, no good man should be idolizing those guys. The whole story is just a mess. But the lesson here is actually quite simple. Number one, do not have sex with somebody that you are not committed to and who you would not be willing to have a child with. Again,
Yeah, I don't think anybody, like the majority of people are definitely not gonna take that advice. It's just not how it is.
and literally very simple. They should have used protection. But that point is moot now because a life has been created. Who cares how it happened? A baby exists. So number two, the other lesson here is that you now have a child to protect. And only one party in this relationship is allegedly trying to do that. While this alpha, take responsibility bro, is apparently being a weak, embarrassing deadbeat. So do better. And
Do
next
better.
time, do not get yourself into this situation because it is completely avoidable.
Okay, that was her. So yeah, I don't think she didn't have anything like spears. She didn't throw any spears. She didn't have any like hard one-liners against them. Nothing like out of pocket that she like could be insulting. Just stating literal straight facts and like rounding up all the details and then creating a narrative and then giving her opinion on it. So there's nothing you can come back. Let's see what they're doing. Oh my gosh, another freaking load. What is it? They just switched the loading screens. Okay, now these dudes are extra late. And there's 4,000 people. You kidding me? They're not going to actually have Brett Cooper on. Is this? Am I tripping? Or are they actually just this fucking late? That's crazy. Dude. How are they so late? I agree. They are emotionally unstable. L show. At least the chat knows. The chat knows this is BS. What are they doing? Here, maybe I can put the chat up too. Yeah, so yeah, dude. So literally
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit
10,000
Podcast, man. It's
people.
Monday. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got some haters. We got part 1 of a 3P. We got the quartering after this, but we're gonna cook Brett Cooper a little bit. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
What a
And we are
horrible
live. What's up,
intro.
guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast.
Look at that view, man.
Regular edition, man. It's figured we'd give you all a little bit of sunlight, man. It's nice and warm right here in Miami, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys can be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Welcome to the show. Home base, guys. Rumble.com/freshfit. As you guys know, there's a home base for us. CastleClub.tv, because yo, man, who knows what's gonna happen nowadays,
We
bro?
were in Vegas and we had like 4 castles in
Oh,
Vegas.
yeah,
That was wild.
Yeah, those girls were annoying. So we had to let them know what time it was, man. They were acting ridiculous. So, we had to give them the Frank House. I didn't want to do it, but they're just being annoying, bro. Like, ridiculous, man. It's always like every time we go and we do Access Vegas, the girls are rambunctious, man. It's
It's
crazy.
the most entitlement I've seen in a while.
It's wild, bro.
Hey, it's Vegas
wild.
for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's because like they're friends with Rolo and Mike, so they go in there thinking like, I'm gonna be rude and I'm just gonna.
I can't be touched.
Yeah, I can't be touched and stuff like that. And then the next thing you know, give them the boot, and they're like, oh shit, and it's a whole different thing. But yeah, and then also, guys, a live show April 26th. If you guys want to meet us in
No, I haven't
real
seen
life and
Rolo.
hang out
Is
with
that a
us and
chick?
come watch a live show, check us out. The show is going to be on April 26th, Miami.
Yeah, is
Florida,
Rolo a
right
chick
down
or
here.
something?
Link is at the top of the description. We got VIP tickets, mid-tier tickets, and then we got the
50 words
admission, right? So
in.
$100. What's the other one?
Upper,
I just wanna see what they
upper
say about
level,
Brett Cooper.
admission, and then, for example, VIP.
I'm assuming the quartering said something too,
500
but
VIP, 300 upper level, and then 100 general admission.
Yeah.
But we have guests as well coming: academics, Andrew Wilson, T.K. Kirkland, and as well Wes Watson. So it's gonna be
Oh,
fire.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Miguel and Charlie going to be there as well.
Yep.
I think they're going to be in town. So it's going to be a good time, guys. You'll be able to hang out with us in real life, get a live show. And we tried to make the tickets as affordable as possible.
Yeah.
That's why we have GA at only $100.
VIP is almost sold out, by the way. Oh,
Oh, yeah, only 50 spots for that, by the way. Only 50 spots.
Added as well, we're gonna have an after party on a mega yacht.
Oh, let's go!
So stay tuned for that coming as well. If you're at the
better
event,
come with
go ahead
a
and come with
girl.
us, only if you're at the event. Just
Hey,
saying.
man, it's going
How
to be
was
lit,
Brett
man.
at
Get ready. So
304?
if you guys
She's
wanna
married,
come,
isn't
you
she?
guys are going to see me there. I might even have a drink. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe I have one
Like the
myself.
last party? You didn't think it was dancing the whole time?
Oh, man. I had that Ace of Spades. I felt like Future, bro. I felt like Future.
Oh, man. Ace of Spades?
Oh,
it was
man.
Justin Waller, Sneeko, you. It was lit, bro.
That's the last time.
Sam and Kevo.
Yo, that was the last time I've been lit. Was
1090 Jake.
January. What was that? That was our million subscriber
January
party.
19th.
2023. January of 2023.
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
Yeah.
Man. Holy.
Damn.
Okay.
We have another one.
Yeah, we go. We do.
It's
Gonna
gonna
do
be
it again.
crazy.
It's gonna be litty.
Gonna be lit.
It's gonna be a great time. None of you lame tradcons can come though.
If you're married, stay home, bro.
Yeah, pretty much every female's at
I'm in here
304.
talking about, oh man, that's not religious. Get the fuck up out of here, man. We don't give a fuck what y'all niggas gotta say, man.
Thanks, man.
Anyway, but yeah, guys, April 26th is gonna be lit, man. Tickets are on sale right now. VIP selling out quickly. You get front row. You get to hang out with us. One-on-one questions. Hang out with you get to hang out, like literally hang out with us. And then the better seating at the upper level, and then
Yeah, the
obviously
Rational
general
Mail
admission.
book.
It's
Do
a
you have any of
free
his
ride, but
books,
you're gonna be
Exile?
there.
Yep.
We'll get to hang out with y'all and everything.
I'm obviously not
It's
gonna
be a
buy
good
any of the
time. It's
books.
gonna be a good time. You guys been asking us to do more live shows.
So we got you.
Here you guys go. It's gonna be right here in Miami, Florida.
And yeah, it's gonna be in about 2 weeks, 2 Fridays from now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Cool. And then guys, we're not gonna have a show on Friday, by the way.
We're going to.
We're gonna be in. We're going to Los Angeles.
Back
to Cali. Reluctantly, yeah. I don't want to go, but we go. I don't want to go either, man. But we got duty calls, my friend, and we got some. We got
interviews.
I got a debate. I gotta.
Yeah. You got some things to do. Man.
I gotta cook some people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Coming soon to y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be well done. And I'm about to cook today too. We got some people coming after us, aka the Crimson Chin, but it's okay. We got some for her.
This is actually something I was the most excited for, the Cali trip.
Oh yeah,
I was the most excited.
Oh yeah, because Mo knows what I'm about to do over there. We about to cook over there in California,
bro.
I don't know what. There's nothing they could say though.
Yeah, this nigga Bill's got to be a nigga. Oh, White Friday.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need those books, man. Books are useless.
Let's go.
Wow.
Okay. What else? All right, and then that was it, right?
So this is Money Monday,
How
right?
April
dare
26th.
you.
Yeah, it's a Money Monday, but today it's a Cook Monday.
Cook Monday.
Yeah, we Emerald Lagasse today. Because so let's go back in time a little bit, right? So as y'all know, we were in Vegas for a few days, right? And I was tired, bro. They're 3 hours behind over there, man.
Bro,
so
we were tired.
We were tired as hell, man.
Yeah.
So I came back. I didn't feel good yesterday. I didn't even get to do Fed Reacts because I felt like crap. So I wake up, right? Because I literally slept the whole day, and I get like I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? Ignore it, right? Then I go get another one. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this bullshit, man? Now look again. And I'm looking, and I got like one eye open, right? I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I see, oh, the Crimson Chin is talking shit.
Why is the
Over
Crimson
there
Chin?
at
What
the
kind of name
teleprompter
is
wire,
it?
Because they don't actually
Teleprompter
do
wire.
anything over there live. Everything is pre-recorded, and they got a teleprompter, and they got a fucking script, and all this other shit. No wonder they don't want to fucking debate us. These motherfuckers are taking shots at us. And then I thought to myself, wait, hold on, y'all fucked up.
You stupid. They use a script?
Yeah, they use a script, man. Yeah.
Do that to us?
They don't debate.
No.
No,
they don't do
man.
that.
That dude's been running, man. That dudes are cowards, man. Seriously, man. They be running like Fred Flintstone all over the place, man.
Crimson Chin. How's that name even make sense?
You want to debate why your whole
Oh no, I have a
philosophy
sound.
on, modern dating
As I haven't
like,
used it yet.
yeah.
Yeah, the live show just started, man.
Debate you on my teleprompter there, and I can't debate you if it's not pre-recorded.
I'll get all the sounds ready though.
People there, I need a script, man. I need a script, Mario. We can't debate. So I'm all right, cool. So then I look.
Exile wants me to get the sounds. I'll get the sounds going.
So I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. And someone sends me this video. And then someone else sends me this video. And then Sneeko wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and tell me, hey, bro, did you see that? She talks shit about you. I'm like, what the hell? Now look at this thing. And normally, you guys know me, man. Most of the time I don't respond to these, reaction channel haters, which there's been a lot of them recently, thanks to Fresh, right?
Yeah, thanks to Fresh. At least he knows. It's fucking Fresh, messing everything up.
I want to thank all you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. You guys are an unpaid marketing team, because I'll tell y'all this, we're trending on every social media fucking platform, you fucking haters.
I didn't know how famous we were, bro. Like, I think niggas from high school, like, bro, you're viral, bro. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, oh shit.
Hey man, dope. You guys are an unpaid marketing team. Anderson Reach, thank you so much, man. 40 plus videos. We need to get y'all niggas a YouTube plaque. God damn. For real. Let's send them a plaque. 40 videos on Fresh and Fit. Boom.
Man.
Just give it to them right then and there, man. It's fantastic. And then we got over here, from the teleprompter wire, the Crimson Chin coming in as well, coming in hot, making a video talking shit about us. But hey, we're going to go ahead and watch the video, guys, and react to it. This is something that we don't often do, respond to haters. But you know what? Let's do it. Because you guys like this stuff. You guys love this stuff. You guys like to see us talk our shit back to these fucking haters and debunk their bullshit like you guys saw last time.
She didn't say any bullshit though. That's the thing.
It wasn't true. And
She didn't say. We saw it.
Next thing we know, we're talking
She
about,
didn't say any
PayPal,
bullshit.
Cash, Venmo. You're like, what the hell? Yeah, y'all didn't see that coming, did y'all? Did y'all?
Shout to Kai Sanat, by the way.
Oh shit!
Shout out Kai Sanat.
Oh yeah, shout out to him as well. Here's the thing.
He's going through it too.
Yeah, he's going through it too. Here's the thing. I disagree with him. Right? We've had our arguments on X and everything else like that. But you know what? I hope he sues that fucking bimbo to the fucking ground, bro. Because these semen demons need to get it fucking coming, man. Like these girls out here trying to chase clout, make a little bit of a dollar. Guess what? Now you bitches are gonna be poor. That's how it needs
Wait,
to
did
be.
Kai Cenat have like a baby
Consequences for
mama
this bullshit,
too
man,
or
'cause,
something?
yo,
5 minutes of
these
fame.
girls be lying, bro.
Yeah, a lot.
Kai Cenat had somebody.
That's all we're gonna say right now.
All right. Anyway, yeah.
Yaya kicked is like, who's Kai Cenat?
So this chick
Who
came
is
out
that
with a
guy?
video. Yeah. Right. We're having some fun here.
No
man.
idea who that
It
is.
What it is. Oh, come on, Bills. You weren't supposed to show that. Come on, man. It's fucked up.
Listen, bro.
Goddamn.
I didn't, man.
Come on, man.
I mean,
That's against the bullying guidelines, right?
Yeah, that's my fault.
Damn.
I don't care about the guidelines anymore. They're demonetized anyways.
Don't do it again, though.
Yeah, come on, man.
Never.
All right, maybe one more time.
All right, maybe one more time.
We all went tonight. We all went tonight, baby.
I want to see it because I don't know what the hell they're talking about, like a crimson chin.
And we're not even getting into the topic yet.
Hey,
we're congratulating all our haters, bro. But from the bottom of my heart, man, I
Ridiculous.
really appreciate all you guys talking smack about us.
True.
Videos about us. Y'all try to sit because it's interesting because nobody makes videos on y'all niggas.
Yo,
everyone makes videos on us.
Yo, I had a girl I was smashing. It was like, why did they call you Pug?
Yeah, Pug CEO.
Hey man,
Did you start banging her? Did you start barking when you were banging her?
Pug BBC. Pug BBC.
That is funny.
That's hilarious, bro. Hey, listen.
Does he look like a pug? Yeah, Kicks. Does he look like a Pug CEO?
You're not learning your lesson. I should say, man.
Wait, is it true though?
Is what true?
Is everything true?
Bro, part 2 is on the way.
Hey, man.
Part 2 is on the way, bro.
Yeah, part 2 on the way. You know what, man? Yeah. All I got to say for these dumbass bitches, man, I got something to say.
Oh, man.
Because at the end of the day, y'all niggas know what time it is, man. You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom. You said I'ma have a skin. Don't care if he's
They're having fun on the show, that's for sure, bro. Dude. The chat's going crazy.
That's all I gotta say about you dumbass bitches, man. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Alright? I'm not the one that got the lawyer nigga 3 feet.
Is that Myron's dance moves? The moves are killing it over there? Clip it.
This is not the first time we've been viral. This is not the last time we're gonna be viral. You fucking idiots keep making videos on us because you guys are an unpaid marketing team. We got almost 20,000 people watching us right now. Nobody watches y'all niggas. Nobody talks about y'all niggas. You're not relevant unless you talk about us, nigga. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, baby.
Hey, listen though. Just to be frank, we're gonna actually get into topic now, okay? To the topic, right, guys?
Alright, my bad.
Thank you. Nigga sweating this shit. It's hot in here. Bill, turn the air down, nigga.
Yo, that shit's a banger though.
That shit is fire. That shit is fire, man.
Shout out to our man that made the video. Remix coming soon.
I just want to see them talk. They're not talking this shit though. I can't watch this.
We need a full cast.
Yeah, Cakes. We'll get off here in a little bit because we've been on stream for a while. I just wanted to see them react to the Brett Cooper video. They haven't reacted yet, so.
Looking for males with a lot of hair and window lickers.
Oh shit.
All right, but
yeah,
it's a topic, right?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Let's get to topic.
All right, so
And then once they hit it, then we'll get off.
Serious though.
we got in the show right there. That was pretty fun.
Brett Cooper. Apparently she's alleged to be, Ben Shapiro's illegitimate child.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Is that true? I don't know though.
I don't know.
They look
She
similar.
kind of looks like him.
A little bit.
They look alike.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
His daughter?
I wonder if she could criticize that country without getting kicked off. Can she?
She's a girl though, maybe. Anyhow, let's go. Let's move forward. Okay. So,
all right.
Let's go on in the news.
They're gonna get onto it, but we're gonna watch it,
Fun, man.
and then once they
Pull up who this chick is in
finish
case you
reviewing
guys
the
don't
Brett
know who
Cooper
she
one,
is.
then we'll
A lot of
piss
y'all
off.
might not, bro. Let's be honest. If you want to watch boring commentary, conservative commentary, you go ahead and watch her
From a
channel.
script, by the way.
Cause she the teleprompter wire. You know what I'm saying? Brett Cooper, born October 12, 2001.
They did the same thing we did.
Stop the show.
No, don't say
Stop the show.
Don't say it, man.
She wasn't even alive during 9/11.
God damn it!
God
Who
damn it!
Osama bin Laden is? Come on, man. And she out here trying to talk about, let me go ahead and give people life advice and give my commentary as if it
That's
matters.
also what we said.
What the hell?
I was like, why is a 22-year-old
2001.
giving this advice to like
What was
the
going on in 2001?
the lady's freaking 29. She's grown and she's well traveled.
I'm trying to think, man. Like, what was popping? What? 2001?
Nelly? I don't know what's popping. Nelly's popping. I don't know. Like,
Hey, Exile, we'll see you Wednesday too. Peace. See you Wednesday. See ya.
Shit, Legos?
Bro, Jordan was still playing in the league, I think, at that point.
Pretty much.
She came back to play with the Wizards, right?
No. That was 2003.
She wasn't even born then. Damn, she don't even know, bro. What? Or she was? No, she was born, and then like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Bro.
When was the OJ case?
95.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that was way before her time.
She missed that too. Okay.
But her parents didn't even know each other at that point, probably.
God damn.
2001, bro. Okay, let's keep going. And this is who people are saying, this is a great political commentator, bro. She hasn't even lived life. And then you look, right? She was born in Bellingham, Washington, middle of nowhere, raised in Tennessee. And when she was 10, she moved to LA, where she began to pursue a professional acting career. For almost 10 years, she had roles in theater, television, and film, including
crazy,
a
though.
role as an extra in the 2020 film Parental Guidance.
She still has like a great
And she went to
freaking
University
resume.
of California, Los Angeles, to major in English literature and minor in business from the University of California, Berkeley. Has School of Business. Fantastic. So this girl has no life experience. She literally did 10 years as like a backed up actress, and she went to Cal. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Well,
no fucking life experience at all.
She's educated though. She's smart, educated, right? I mean, went to school.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so that's her background, right? And I think that's very important that you guys know that, because she's going to speak from a position of authority as if she knows anything. And you guys are going to see here in a second. So I just wanted to aware y'all on this chick's background. Like, okay, we're on YouTube. So I was going to make another joke, but I can't say it because we're on YouTube.
Yes, please don't. Save it.
Concerning 9/11, but never mind. We'll just keep going.
We're just gonna say that
Some dancing?
No.
All right.
art school.
No.
Bro, don't we love art in here? You know.
Did she major in art?
What's the next? What's the next?
Was that really her profession?
All right, so let's
So what's the
Okay, we go
comment
back.
section
with
comment section with Brett Cooper?
Yeah.
That's her channel,
Welcome
man.
to Fresh and Fit, motherfuckers. We ain't politically correct over here. I see niggas came over thinking like, oh my god.
Cool. So who is it? Just Yaya Cakes? Yaya Cakes, are you in? Because if it's just Yaya Cakes, we can hold it right here. Because they're not even getting into the freaking video. See. Okay, we'll end it here then. Yeah, well, I'm already way over. That's almost 8. So we streamed for a while. We're taking forever to get into the video, which makes sense. Just viewer time. So peace out. Thank you, Cakes, for entertaining. It was great. Loved it.